Clap. Hello and welcome to the LDM Show. I'm Charles Aloma,
Lydia Penn here.
and it's another day. We're going to have a good conversation today. It is getting warm outside. Well, you know, this weather, honestly, I could tell you this weather is like.
I don't know whether to stick with it or get comfortable.
No, but I hate this weather because during the weekday be nice, and then the day that you have off is going to be
Oh,
raining.
yeah.
So it's going to rain the whole weekend, and the whole week it was.
Even at night, it'll start raining.
This is why I was. This is why I was telling my son, at moments that you could celebrate life, celebrate it because you never know. Like there's people right now that probably got home, they didn't really have nothing to do, but they just wanted to stay indoors after work.
No, as tired
Take
as
that
I get,
hour and go walk.
as tired as I get, I come right back out of the house. I barely get undressed. I change a few, like my shoes or something. I take my ass right back outside.
Yes, get that little bit of
Because
sunlight.
I don't know how long it's gonna last. You know.
In the summer, okay, I can see. But days like this, especially if you work in the office. I'm going to tell you this much. If you work in the office, get enough sunlight as possible.
It's important. That vitamin D. It's not just,
So because in the wintertime, my vitamin D goes straight down that I got to keep taking.
I didn't know I was anemic.
So you definitely need it as much as possible. So that whole hour you able to, even if you take the bus, let's say if you take the bus, get out one stop before your stop. So now you're doing two things. You're walking and getting that help, and you're getting the sunlight.
Right.
So if you don't want to come outside, that's cool.
Right.
Get at least
Get
now.
Hey,
Magda, but don't get off of one stop when your next stop is only the next block, because you know how some buses it's only one block away.
Right, local.
Like really, like. Like some of these stops, I'm like, no, you need to take this stop off. You know what I mean?
Dude,
like,
they got a bus stop right in front of my like right on my block, where as soon as you get out of my door, it's right there.
Wow.
And I'm like, man.
Well, mine's is like
that wasn't
half
always
a
there.
block.
Yeah. It's like this wasn't really necessary.
But if your stop is about 2-minute walk to your next stop, don't do it. Then do 2 stops. You gotta at least have 5 to 10-minute walk.
Yeah. I mean,
imagine
nice how some of those feel who are driving, right? So especially if they got a garage, they just go straight to the door, and that's it.
Yeah.
So they really don't get the walking they
Get
need.
a dog, and you will have to walk.
Yes, absolutely. Because they make you get out of the house when you get home.
But is she talking about really walking the dog or putting the dog in the stroller and walking? Because that's not walking a dog.
That is not walking the dog.
No, but get out the house. Like our stop is 5, at least, well, I can say 3 minutes. Walk. We walk. Sometimes we walk from the house to the studio, which is 25 minutes.
3 minutes is perfect.
Yeah. Well, it's not as much, but since we already walked 20 minutes.
As far as convenience to your house, like 3 minutes, with public transportation, I think that's really.
Or we get out the stop before, which gives us another 10-minute walk.
Right, the other
way. So we do a 10-minute walk sometimes. A dog, not a no, I actually seen a big dog in a stroller.
Oh, yeah, that's too much. Big dogs need to stretch their legs.
And I seen the hoodest thing you can see, a big dog in a shopping cart.
I had to think about that.
I was like, I was gonna take out my phone, but by the time I did, they turned the corner. So I was like, damn, I didn't even get to get a
That's a hell of
photo.
an imagination right there, people.
I'm like, this.
And the shopping cart is so heavy.
And the dog like
There's
this.
nothing luxury about that shopping cart. That's grueling. It's extra work. The wheels aren't flowable. Like, it's not fun.
If it's to walk a dog, let the dog run. Let the dog
No,
have
if it's
some
a big dog, it's already stifled
fun.
in an apartment.
It was a pit.
Yeah. Come on.
Hey, Apollonia, how's it going?
What's up, Apollonia? Thanks for coming.
She said hi, Rhea. Apollonia was chilling. She was doing the Delta thing and stuff like that. She was a representative of Delta.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought she was trying to fly the plane. I was like, she probably gonna take us down with the plane. Nah, I bet they
They
don't
don't
pick
pick up
up.
the poo-poo.
Listen,
A lot of people don't.
That's
They
we
like
call
to
that-
shit where they eat.
We call that the Bronx flowers. Those are New
The
York City
flowers.
flowers.
Yeah, they're budding.
Yeah, some of them are small. Some of them look like they blooming. You know?
Oh man, the worst is like after the rain.
And I hope you guys know, if y'all watching this video, not picking
Yeah.
up your dog's poop is against the law.
It is against the law,
So
but
not
people
only you
don't
get
care.
a fine, you get up to 30 days. So if a cop stops you because he wants to, don't get mad. I'm just letting you know.
Wow,
It is against the law.
In action.
Yeah, it's against the
That's
law.
the thing. Nobody thinks they're gonna get caught in action. I used to think I would
Well, there's some laws that the cop does not.
kick it in the
care
dirt if
for.
you can. It's just about decency. I don't want to walk in shit, and I don't want to bring it in the house. Excuse my language.
Yeah, well, poop is all around the place. They said it was good luck. I don't know who said that. Just like the bird poop. The bird poop on you is good luck. Good luck for who? For the cleaners? Because it ain't good luck for me.
I think the bird poop is a little bit more acceptable.
Yeah. But, we're speaking about how to stay a little bit healthier, especially in this summer.
Take advantage of this
Um,
weather. It's
The summertime when you get a little bit of heat, even if you can sit down in a park for a little bit to get that
connect
wind.
to nature.
Because a lot of people don't realize the wind that goes through the trees, you're getting a little more healthy oxygen.
Indeed.
So if you're sitting there, and that's why sometimes people get so tired and they fall asleep, like when they're in, because it calms you down.
I like to just sit in the grass under
Sometimes
a tree.
I do, but I be getting nervous. Like, what's
I
in
mean,
my hair? What's in there?
see.
So I be getting nervous. I be like, is there a
I
worm?
mean, yeah, you might have some leaves or some little
But
flying bugs,
But me and my wife and my son, we go out to the park next to our house, which is about another 15-minute walk. We put stuff
Pigeon poop.
we put stuff down
Fishing.
and we just relax. We have a picnic.
Yeah.
Boo Boo has a picnic. And my son has a tent, so sometimes we go inside the tent, and just,
That's cool. That's cool.
it's just us, us day, and just relax and we play frisbee. But the whole purpose of it is to
Enjoy
get that smell of the clean air.
nature.
You
Yeah.
know?
I mean, and it's something that's you should take advantage of in the city in particular.
Yes, yes.
Concrete
If
jungle.
you have a park next
we
to
have
your
pollution
house,
issues, particularly in the Bronx. We have a high pollution rate.
Yep.
Asthma rates are at their highest. So something to consider.
and I forgot my list, but I'm gonna go. Dirtiest state
Laughing at his searches.
list. We might not have won a lot of the Olympics and stuff, but we are number one in the dirtiest state. That's for sure.
I mean, what is New
Well,
Jersey second? 'Cause New
12
Jersey
most
smells
popular
bad.
states in the other.
Louisiana. Yeah, there's a lot of chemical plants and things.
Yeah. So this is what for health
Sacrifice
reasons.
zones.
For health reasons, Louisiana's number one.
Mm.
What?
Sorry, Graham. Nevada?
Nevada?
Why? Oh, because of the atomic.
I don't know. Well,
The atomic bombs that they've been blowing
no,
for.
Las Vegas, I guess, because Las Vegas has all the chemicals of the smoking and all that. Maybe.
Nah.
I don't know.
No
I'm
way.
just
Rats.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Good.
Indiana,
I bet it's
Delaware, and Utah.
Utah,
But
really?
this is for health reasons. It could be
Like
food
water?
wise, water and everything. But New York City, guess what? Is the dirtiest city. Not water. For some reason, the
Air.
water is the best.
Yeah, they
water
keep
in the
saying
United
that.
States.
That's why the pizza and the bagels taste so good.
That's why when people say when you smile and you got a white teeth, they be like, you're from New York? Because all the chlorine that they have in the water. They have a lot of it.
So chlorine is better than fluoride now?
I mean, fluoride, sorry, I said
okay.
chloride. Now I'm trying to kill somebody with the chlorine.
I mean, if
with fluoride.
they're trying to get fluoride out of what, Indiana's or Milwaukee's water,
Could be, I don't know.
why should we have it?
But we are the dirtiest. And if you walk in the Bronx, you can tell
Filthy.
we are the dirtiest. You have
Grimy.
food. You put it like this: if you live in the housing in the ghetto, you know you're the dirtiest because you see Pampers flying out the windows. You see trash right next to the hoop.
I
You
did
know?
some, yeah. I was doing door to door
And
in
we
a
probably got the
project
most rats.
a few days ago, huh?
We probably got the most rats.
No, no. I think like there's another state like I don't know. I heard like Maryland or something.
Let's see. That's a good one. Who got the most?
Baltimore. Somebody told me about Baltimore rats. They said they
Who
were
has the most rats?
India.
Let's find out. Whoa!
Chicago.
Sorry, Mom.
Chicago.
Chicago has the most rats. Pampers flying. I'm telling you,
Chicago.
Magda. We lived in the building. No lie. Less than a
Cabini Green.
year, we seen trash next to the trash thing where you had to just go like this and put the trash in.
So was it overflowed or
No.
no? Because usually that's
They were
when
just
it's overflowed.
lazy. And one time it was the trash at the door because we have a door that you have to open up to go into the trash room. It was right at the door. You couldn't even open the door. And then once they got rid of those ghetto people, we started noticing that the trash was getting
Yeah, I can't
dumped.
imagine living next to the incinerator, like right there.
Sure.
People
I
are-
used to do door to door and
Yeah. So it's very interesting, Magda, and that was my first time. Learned a lot.
yeah.
I guess
But,
it depends on which project you go to and what time.
So now when you hear people tell you, "Oh wow, New York, y'all got a lot of rats," you can be like, "Listen, we're number 3. Number 1 is Chicago. Number 2 is Los Angeles.
Wow.
So we're in third place."
I'm so surprised.
We're in third place.
LA of all places. We're in
Well,
third.
not the rich LA part. You know, the rest of
Right,
it.
but
Be-
still, I'm
because,
surprised.
because you know why, right? Because
I hope.
LA, they always talk about Bel Air and all these other, the nice
that's
areas.
in the hills, though.
But LA is not just Bel Air.
Right.
Bel Air is a
And
little
that's like
spot.
what, 5%?
Yes.
10% maybe?
The rest is mad ghetto.
Down in the valley where the chemical spills. If you
Yep,
ever watched
it's-
Oblongs.
So New York rates the third, also struggling considering rodent populations. So Chicago is considering the top of the list, indicating high demands for rodent control services.
That's interesting.
Really, you didn't have to write all that. Just say they have a lot of rats. Obviously, you need services to control them. Duh. You know what I'm saying?
No, they're just out of
I
control.
think
They don't have
that's the
services here.
reason why you got a lot of rats, because you didn't understand
Yeah.
how to get rid of them.
There were no services.
Listen, but Chicago do have a lot. Chicago has its own little area that is so hood and so bad that cops don't even go in. So imagine.
Their gun law, I think where gun laws are, I think it's even more devastating in the hood, Like where it's legal.
Homeless rows in Los Angeles is horrible. Yeah, I seen a video where they showed
Skid
Los
Row.
Angeles, and they showed straight ahead all the people
Skid
that
Row.
were sitting.
Ah,
But,
it's property.
Anyway, also speaking of Chicago, y'all people, whoever's watching from Chicago, guess what? Go to the store and rob any store now. Even a little lipstick. Go ahead.
Why?
Let's see what's going to happen.
Nothing.
Nope. Federal charge.
Oh, so it's not shoplifting.
Nope. You shoplift now in Chicago.
It's a felony?
Yep. President Trump said no more you guys going into stores and
So just
stealing.
the city of Chicago, not the state of Illinois.
No, I'm sorry, in Illinois. But,
Okay.
but it's mostly because of
It's
Chicago.
a start. That's nice.
So they said no more of you going into these places, and Trump was like, I don't care what the mayor says,
Right.
and because they're allowing people stealing.
Versus here,
And New
you
York,
get you have there's a certain amount that you can steal,
Before they can charge you.
up to $1,000, I think.
No more. No more. California, Chicago,
Unbelievable.
I'm sorry, California and Illinois are starting to do, he said no more. This has to stop.
I don't
and
understand.
They passing the law that the owners can do something now if they catch you robbing in their store.
Like
Exactly. If
yeah.
you're trying to rob at that store, it's eye for an eye.
Protecting
If you're
myself.
robbing the store with a gun,
Self-defense.
they can use a gun.
Yeah, like
They can
stand your
stop
ground.
you. So the first victims were 3 black girls who kept coming into this one store, robbing them. But they were nonchalant.
Yeah,
That's-
that's the worst part.
That store
No
has
mask or nothing, right?
that store has a bags in the front for you to use to put stuff in, but to go into the cash register. They don't have the basket. They went up, grabbed the bag, and
Oh, like a tote, yeah.
one of them was caught doing this, looking at the ingredients. Nah, I don't want this. Oh yeah, nonchalant, and then tried to go through the door. They went through the door. The salesperson already knew what was happening.
Yeah.
Said, "Bye." She already knew as soon as they came out the thing. Whoop. And then the camera inside
happens when you're
inside the car,
predictable.
you know, the police car. Said, I have to wait for someone to open the damn lock gates. Yep.
Yes,
The
yes.
CVS right
Everywhere.
here down our block
You
has
do.
everything locked.
Deodorant.
Has everything back.
Razors, condoms, whatever you
Your
like.
receipt is locked up too. Talking about you want a receipt, you gotta wait. I gotta
I'm surprised
unlock.
they don't lock up the Cheerios, you know?
No, everything
And
in
the Gatorade.
the CVS is locked up. Everything.
The candy, like it's right there by the register. If I
That's
wanted
locked
to,
up.
I could just swipe.
That's locked up in CVS right here. That's why I was laughing. I'm like,
So you can't get anything.
boop, boop.
They might as well just put everything
Assistance
behind
needed
glass.
in aisle 3. Assistance needed. Assistance needed in the laundry department.
I can't stand waiting for
But
something.
the kicker, the thing is, the camera in the police vehicle had the two girls talking about. Did you
They
hear
were
the
together?
Yeah. Did you hear the police officer? He said now it's a felony. We're going down. Oh my God, that is good for you.
So the first time
Nope.
is a felony?
First time.
Good.
So if you have 2 strikes, guess what happens?
Does it matter the age now?
Nope.
Minors?
Nope.
Because minors usually shoplift. That's how they get started.
They not having it no more. You're not going in. And then the
Damn.
more that you got caught stealing, the more time you're gonna
Right. Right. Because if you've been doing that since you were a teenager and you're 35 now, you're still smuggling cases of beers under your skirt and
talking about. I don't know what happened. This is the first time. No, this is the first time you got caught.
And you're just really bad at it.
Yeah, either that, right? Either you're too bad at it, or this is just the first time you got caught. Don't
When
say
they-
it's your first time.
You ever seen them when they smuggle it between their
There
legs?
was one lady had a big
case.
sausage on her leg thigh. She came out with pork chops on one side. I was like,
You gotta respect that, but it's still, you know.
I respect their hustle. I just don't like the ones that get mad because they got another video where these ladies are getting mad because
It's ladies.
they were going nonchalant with the stroller. The guy pressed the button, the gate said clink, clink. Outside, they couldn't go out.
Nice.
And then they have the nerves to talk about, you better let me out before I call the cops. He said,
Told them.
we already did, ma'am, so if you want to wait to complain. Now the cameras are so advanced, they
Oh,
can
I'm
read
surprised
all
they
your
haven't been
text.
doing that before.
So now they,
That's why
go
you gotta
ahead.
have that screen reflector.
Yep. So do me a favor and keep robbing because the more you rob, the less you'll be in the streets. There's gonna be less of y'all guys.
That would be
Put it like
nice.
this: if I would have had a store where people come in and rob, I would have been in jail already.
They're talking about protecting delivery workers and I guess store workers like that.
Yeah.
Like they protect.
Now
transit
delivery
workers.
workers is felonies too. If you hit a delivery worker.
It's been years. A lot of
So
delivery
y'all
workers.
people that get pissed off because
Some of them died.
But it's vice versa now.
Yeah.
If a delivery driver gets upset because of their tips and they attack
Assault.
someone or take their food back,
It's
it's
still a
death.
felony.
Death winds up to be a felony in some of the states now. So y'all people that want to fight for the tips and talking about, I'm going to take the food back, go ahead. Because once they pay for it and you took it,
But is
it's
it really
called death.
worth your energy and your gas?
I think those videos are just all set up just to get the people upset.
I'm on to the next sale. Like, I don't sitting here worried about that.
Put it like this. When I did the Uber and the DoorDash, I already knew how much tip I was going to get. So why was I going to get mad? And it tells you 2 miles,
Right.
20
Just do the
minutes,
job.
30 minutes. So you knew how long it was going to take. What you thought? They were going to change their mind?
Yeah.
So that's why I said these videos.
Because they give you the option to tip more. Like they did some above and beyond godly halo head floating over their head service.
Please.
Yeah.
Please. That's why I think those videos were just a lie to get the
They
people-
delivered a baby or something.
Yeah. That was just to get the other people mad because, you know, the sheeps, they follow.
Yeah.
So the other people started getting mad because the other people were doing it when they probably didn't realize those videos were lies. Please, I never got mad. I used to go for $1 tips
Law
You
of
know what I mean?
averages. Yeah.
because the thing was 2 blocks away. So I was like, okay. I used to love the ones that when I go to a place and I deliver,
Yeah.
and then the next thing was across the street. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
cool.
I mean, that's how I assumed they did delivery before, like Grubhub and stuff. They would, get a bunch like in the same area, and kind of
And that's why I used to get so much deliveries, because I didn't
Yeah.
care. I used to be like,
Be
nah,
smart about it.
I used to average it out. If
Like those guys, the cab drivers, the yellow cab drivers who sit at the, bless you, who sit at the airport,
airport?
for 5 hours. It doesn't balance out. I guess they can
maybe,
afford that.
maybe it does. We just probably don't know
Right.
the
But how
the
much?
whole thing. But how much?
You got Ubers and Lyfts coming. They got their own lanes.
Yeah.
They don't wait. They don't
But
wait.
Because Ubers cannot pick up from the airport. They can drop off.
They can pick up.
No, they're not supposed to. That's why they
I've
got the
been
yellow.
to the airport. Even I think LaGuardia. I could wait for an Uber.
Yeah, they're not. We.
There's a spot.
Oh yeah, now that's right. That's right. Because
They
we-
don't, but they still, they don't
Yeah,
wait for
they don't wait.
lines.
They don't wait.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
they
they
don't
keep
wait.
it moving. There's no traffic. Packed rubber.
Listen,
and-
listen. But anyway, yeah.
In LaGuardia, there's a specific floor
Yeah,
where you
that you
can
go
catch.
to.
Yeah, all
they,
of Uber.
They in the back like servants.
It's the best. It's the right.
They put you in the back. Go in the back with the
You
servants.
gotta evolve, man. If I was a yellow cab, I
No.
get it.
But be careful now. Learn your new laws that are coming out.
For real, I'm about to do
You
it
know?
too. What can't do?
They charge $8. Yeah,
$8 just to ride?
as soon as you step in.
Well, that's
It's $8.
good. It should-
Before it was $5. Now it's $8 as soon as you go in.
I mean, where are you going? That's less than $8 though. You might
I
as
remember.
well walk.
I remember back in the days
or take
for
a bus.
$5 you can go a half a mile to a mile
What in a
In a
limo
cab.
cab?
in the regular cab. Remember the jip? The not the what they call them
The limo cabs.
oh god, the
Gypsy?
gypsy cabs.
Yeah.
You-
Those
you-
are those Lincoln.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
used to pull them over. Yo, how much from here to Fordham?
It's so comfortable.
Give me four. Give me four. All right.
Yeah.
Or
yeah,
you should,
yeah.
Or you should tell them, nah, bro. From here to there, I used to only pay $5. Don't play yourself. Oh, all right, give me
Right.
five. Give me $5.
Right. You get to practice your haggling skills.
Yeah, before now it's yeah.
Set rate.
But yeah, there's new laws popping up. So especially for these people that go into people's faces and the cops talking about, I'm doing
recording. Public service.
a story.
Yeah, you're
Well, guess what?
violating privacy.
Guess what? Y'all people. Well, they was like, I'm practicing my Fifth Amendment. Okay. There's-
Okay. Can we
Because
just
of y'all
address
stupid
that?
idiots doing that, and
People, if you're getting hurt or killed or something to that effect that's negative, it's no longer a Fifth Amendment right. You know, it's no longer
Thank
free
you.
speech. You're hurting somebody. You're lying. You know, like people, we gotta start holding people accountable for
well, they trying to
It's-
make a new law to balance it out because these people come to the cops and they be filming the cops
That's not okay.
precinct and everything, which is their rights. They can.
that. It's already recorded. You're harassing people.
but
I've seen it on
That's what they do.
161st.
That's what they do.
It's kind of funny watching it, but it's not funny. Like if
Right.
I were working, I'm in uniform, I would be like, yo, dude, get the
I seen one video where the guy said, "Call your sergeant." The sergeant came, and as soon as he seen them, he told the guys, "Leave." All they were trying to do is make you get mad so they can get a lawsuit.
Right.
And the tax people are the ones paying for this lawsuit.
Yeah. Always.
But there are some videos where the
Trump got hit with reporters, Mike.
oh, I don't know, I didn't see that one. I know that Trump just yesterday shut down on one of these fake ass reporters.
Maybe that had something to do
No,
with
I
it.
loved it. I loved every moment.
I gotta check that out.
I loved every moment because Trump was talking about someone being in here illegally, and the guy said, "Well, I heard he was legal," and he said, "So you have the proof he was legal?" He said,
You're a reporter.
He
You
said,
should know
"No, well, that's what they were saying." He said, "You see, this is the problem with y'all reporters.
Yeah.
Y'all saying what y'all don't
They
know."
need to be held accountable for that.
And that's what he said. He
There's
said,
an
"This
oath
is."
they take, like doctors,
He
lawyers.
said, "This is why we're talking about you guys giving false news out there because you're saying,
That's
well,
not-
I heard what happened to investigating reporters." That's why I don't listen to none of the news.
Yeah,
people that
that's
much.
not okay though.
No.
If you take an oath to do some sort of good service to the community, you need to abide by it or be penalized for not abide by it. Or
Because I remember back when I was young. Yeah, this reporter is here. There was a problem back here. We're going to be reporting on this story more as we investigate. That's what they used to say. And then you don't hear
No
about the story for
integrity.
like another week.
yeah,
Here? Oh, this building just blown up. And I heard it was criminals and like how you got the investigation in 2
they
seconds?
do assume, and it's biased too. It's not only just
It's
assuming.
whoever they want to attack.
Right.
If they want to attack
Whatever
rats,
they feel like it.
well, I heard rats were blowing up these buildings right here. Like whoever it is, that's who they're gonna attack. What happened to the investigative
Just the
reporter?
facts.
Get the investigation before another reporter gets it.
For ratings, Magda said.
Yeah, for the ratings. I
Yeah,
can't stand
well,
them.
It's, yeah.
Because
We'll see how
I
long
used to
that
love
lasts.
that. This reporter has broken the story. I used to love when ABC and all of them used to do that. And then all the other ones just had to tag along. And
Because they were next. They weren't first.
NBC be like, well, an ABC reporter just broke this story. I remember they used to do that.
them.
But now you're telling me the same story this other person's telling me. And
In
then
a different way.
2 months later, you find out, oh, my bad, it wasn't. And they won't even
That's
apologize.
not okay.
They
Because
won't
they
even
don't
apologize.
apologize. They don't say anything when they're wrong.
Oh, we found out that other people were lying. No, other people wasn't lying. You were lying. You're the news person. Like, come on, stop it now.
Yeah, you got to be held accountable for that lack of integrity.
But anyway, it's summer coming up. Let's talk about.
I feel
What?
like we just got to spring.
Yeah. Well, I'm doing like Thanksgiving. They don't even talk about it. They just go straight to the next holiday.
Black Friday.
Right.
Geraldo.
Hey. That's what Al Sharpton called me, Geraldo Jr. You know, because when I started, I used to do press.
Yeah.
And when he seen me
Okay.
coming, he said, "Here he comes, Geraldo Jr. II."
That's cool.
Because I used to ask questions that ABC and all of them couldn't
Right.
ask. Because
Right.
I was an
Right.
internet thing.
Independent, right?
And I used to go with debates against them, and they used to get
the
mad.
real.
They was like, and then you see the news people. When I used to watch the news, I found out. No, you didn't.
Yeah,
I was asking those
oh,
questions, and you
damn.
taking the credit. But I used to not say nothing. I used to just,
Right. Yeah, that's wild.
But I used to love Geraldo because he didn't care. He'll ask you the questions no matter who you are. He don't care if you're the good president.
Because it's not
or the-
about that. It's not about catering towards somebody's politics.
Nope.
You know,
It's catering
This is
love
what
and truth.
happened, and if you're involved,
Yeah, he's
and the facts.
That's why Geraldo had that big fight because they were talking about politics and they threw a chair and got hit by the chair.
Oh
That was
my
like his
goodness.
last time on the
That's
show.
enough for me.
But summer is coming. We were talking about people, the dressing, the way they. There's certain.
The hormones in the air.
There's
you know,
certain ways you
everything-
should dress.
Reproduction is in the air, right? Love and all of that. The chemicals, the pheromones. People are
The
trying
pheromones are high.
No,
Yes.
but how is it that when you see an adult, they be like, oh, that's not adult appropriate. You should dress like a mother. Why you never say that to the kids? Why you never say to a little girl,
That's not what-
appropriate. Dress teenage appropriate.
Because then it'd be, why are you looking at my daughter, my son? Da, 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 da.
Well, then don't have your daughter coming out like that. I
Yeah.
can't say the sons because y'all guys, listen, get close to the camera, guys. Get close to the camera for this. Y'all guys dress like freaking bums. And the girls be attracted to these.
Yeah,
I
that
don't
doesn't
under-
help. I miss the days where we used to like just there was suits and gowns, dresses.
And even if you go outside, you wear regular clothes.
Right.
Right.
There was no denim really.
I seen
that
this
was
guy
jail.
with a T-shirt on. A T-shirt. First of all, you shouldn't just be wearing a T-shirt.
Like
Second
an
of
undershirt
all-
T-shirt.
Yeah. Second of all, I didn't know it was yellow or black.
What?
The thing was stained up. You could
It
tell
was-
it was yellow.
it was like-
and then it was, and then he was, yeah, girl. You
All
could see
white.
the big black stain. out.
Black.
And he's kicking it to the girl, and the girl's smiling. I'm like, do you see what I see, or am I seeing things?
She liked it that.
Like girls do not have standards. That's
guys don't either
Why,
apparently.
why would guys need standards if the girls?
Right. So it just balances out for each other, for them.
I
Not
always said,
everybody's-
if all girls stop talking to guys that are not wearing their pants up, you're gonna see everybody wearing their pants up because the girls don't want to talk to you
Yes,
no
raise
more.
the standard. Double-breasted knit shirt and Playboy shoes.
Yep. Girls have the power. So if the girls say, you know what, we're gonna do a ban on every guy that wears their butt up. You're gonna see every guy.
I think they'd be scared.
No, every guy will put their pants up. I'm not gonna date no guy that wears T-shirts outside. Everybody's gonna start wearing shirts. Every guy will wear a shirt. Guys wear what the girls want.
That's true.
So if you want dirty guys,
Right.
the guys are gonna be dirty.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? If you want guys with corn braids, with spikes coming all out of their hair because they never did the corn braids back again since
Spike.
1920, you know what I mean? then that's what you're gonna get. Because some of these guys be having cornbreads, and you can tell they, corn braids or whatever that damn corn rolls, and you be looking at them like, you know, it's time to get them redone, right? But the girls talk to them, so they're not gonna get it redone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, there's people who, I'm going to use the word date individuals who are prisoners.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know?
back in the days, it was called pen pals. Remember prison pen pals?
I'm talking about like COs. I missed that.
What?
What did Magda say?
No, but I'm saying who dates COs?
COs date prisoners.
Oh, that's been happening for years. Oh, hey Mo, how's
If
it
you
going?
look
Dress the way
homeless-
people want you to see you look. Homeless,
This guy got
don't feel
upset at me the
bad
other
if you
day
get small
around the
change.
corner. He said, I'm 50. Because I said, no, thank you, have a good day, about him taking his number.
But if that guy would have talked to you and he had a nice suit and tie,
I
and he
would
was
have
50,
complimented him and
you see, it's the way
still
you
said no
dress.
thank you, but I would have complimented him on top
But
of
you would've had a
that.
bigger
He would have
smile.
went
You
away,
would've had a
right.
big- Girl, you know you would have
He
like,
would have went away
"Yeah."
with more motivation to go ask somebody else, right? Ah.
Listen, but you see, that's how what you attract is what you got. What you
Absolutely,
bring
I
out.
agree with you, Magda.
So all these girls wearing these clothes, and then some of these girls.
Wait, the guy is
So-
attracted to the girls with
And
their butts looking
Right.
like hard rocks.
But here's to the girls now. You got to come closer to the camera now. I'm gonna talk to you girls. Stop dressing like you're an adult, because guess what? You're talking to an adult that's been in the game for many years. So that's why you get played so much. You're playing a game that you don't even know started.
Yeah.
You don't even know how to start these games.
Right. You don't know how to stop. You might
So-
end up getting pimped.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're trying to live an adult life.
Well, you
trying to
knew
talk
that
to
back.
adults.
You knew that when we were teenagers. Like you
know what I mean?
playing a dangerous game here. You might want to slow down. Okay, all right.
Tyrone is in the house.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He
Hey,
knows.
baby girl, listen up.
Yeah, listen up, girl, baby girl. Don't play.
No, they don't respect themselves because what they're seeing is that if I show this amount of skin, that's where my value is.
Yeah.
You know, if I put this fake, this fake, that's where my value is.
But you know who I blame is the
Snapchats
parents
and
too, because I seen some teenagers next to their parents and they both wearing the same type of clothes.
that's a whole nother situation. That's intergenerational.
I'm like,
trauma.
what are you doing? Like I remember back in the days where
Grandma looks like.
the mother would look sexy, grandma looks like a grandma,
Yeah.
and the kid looks like a kid.
Yeah.
Now, grandma, your mother, and you are
They all
dressing,
competing for the same guy.
and that's their stepdad. No,
It might be. Shoot, what's
they
been going
competing
on
against
lately?
each other. Look,
Yeah,
exactly.
they are.
Exactly.
They're still growing with
But
each other.
I'm telling you, when you girls think, and then y'all come back, oh man, I winded up pregnant, or the guy used me and never called me back. He didn't use you.
No, he didn't use you.
He played the game that you thought you were an adult to play.
Right.
You thought you were big enough to play these adult games, and you got used. Play yourself. Girls is dressing prerogative because, like,
Yeah,
saying,
they do
"Don't-
ask.
Don't ask
How much?
Ask how much.
What's it gonna take? 1 date? 2 dates?
And plus, now half of the girls be like, I ain't dating nobody over 5 figures.
Pay my bill.
Listen, you're trying to get people that can pay your bill and get 5 figures when
Pay
they
your
are
own
not
bill.
going to go for girls like you.
Right. Pay your own bill.
The way you look is a hit it and quit it. The people that are paying bills are the ones that look model and act like models, and they certificate, they speak intelligent. Those are the ones that they're going to spend money on. You are going to be getting French fries and maybe supersize.
Hey, that's something, right?
But right now, I'm telling you right now, if you act now, hold up. If
Extra
you act now,
pickles.
if you act now, we will throw in another meal, 2 for $5.
2 for the price of 1.
2 for the price of 1.
Hey.
You don't even need to. You don't even
Can't
need the
beat
Groupon.
that. Super value, more money.
Yep. You don't even need the Groupon. He got you. He got
Oh,
you.
yeah. See?
Listen. I tell you, some of these females, when I look at these little girls, I'm like, you know, you are pretty. You don't have to dress like that.
It starts in a household.
You're intelligent, because I see some of these girls. When you see the school thing, those are smart schools.
The what?
The little logos and stuff on their shirts. So you look at them, you be like,
Hey everybody, I'm Lil D.
I am Javier Luis.
I'm Alex Polanco.
I'm Apollonia Cruz.
And I'm Kelly Cooper.
I am Shirley Phillips.
I am Emmanuel Anzule. Do you know 1 in 4 women will experience domestic violence
During their lifetime.
And domestic violence and abuse can happen to anyone,
regardless of gender, race, or other factors?
2 out of 3 homicide cases are
Females who were killed by a family member or intimate partner.
As domestic violence victims, they face high rates of depression,
Sleep disturbances,
anxiety,
flashbacks and other emotional distresses.
And without help, witnesses of domestic violence are more vulnerable to become abusers themselves.
thus continuing the cycle of violence in the next generation.
Hello, I'm Charles Aloma. Join the LDM network and Safe Horizon and take a step into changing these facts. So if you are or know someone that is being abused, please call the City Domestic Hotline at 1-800-621-4673. So that is 1-800-621-HOPE.
speak up,
Speak out.
And make a difference.
And just know that you don't have to deal with this alone. There is help. All right, welcome back. Put it on the screen. Welcome back. But anyway, before the commercial break or the audio issue, we were talking about
when
the
you're
dressing.
live.
We were talking about dressing up and everything. A lot of the females
We're dressing down.
or dressing down.
Nobody's dressing up.
Like you were saying, like the parents are pretty much the start of the
Yeah,
whole.
like you know that the attention doesn't need to go on your child's stomach, right?
Right.
You know? But if they're allowed to do it, they're allowed to do it. But there's a time and a place. Obviously, if it's distracting, that's not the time, that's not the place. Focus on the studies. So if the principal is saying, you know, all the parents, hey, this is what needs to happen, just let it go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you're the type of person who's antagonizing that idea, then I think that's probably where it starts.
Yeah, but with that said, there's certain people that shouldn't be even wearing those type of shirts.
Oh, that's not even besides the point. Like,
Listen, when spandex was getting big, I said
that's half the problem.
spandex is not for everybody. Then all of a sudden, these workout clothes came out.
It's all this free.
That's not for everybody.
Everybody love your body thing, you know? It's like
No, you can love your body, but doesn't mean I have to love it. Listen.
I agree, because if it's making your face go a different direction, it's not a good look, I think. It's not visually pleasing. You look at somebody and you can see half their skin and your face goes, I don't think that's making anybody happy.
Yeah. Listen.
You're not brighten up anybody's day.
I seen some of these people.
Confusing.
Don't be fat shaming. I'm not fat
Nobody's
shaming.
shaming.
I'm just shaming her. That's it.
I mean, the choices. It's like, was this a good idea?
When I see something like that, I want to be friends with them.
Gateway box with black white girl.
I just want to be friends with her sometimes. I'll be like, yo, she don't have no friends, so I want to be a real good friend. Because if she would have had friends, they would have told her, girl, When some of these people wear it, and they have big boobs. So I don't know if your boobs are beginning or ending.
You can't
because
help
your belly,
but look.
Your belly and your boobs are the same size.
The same round cake type of thing, like a barrel.
So I'm like, where do your boob begins or
so
ends?
You just.
So
how you doing?
Now, believe it or not, I've seen some well-rounded females, beautiful face and everything. Their clothes real nice. It makes you want to look and say, this girl is attractive.
Leave something for the mind to desire.
Well, we know what's going to desire as soon as you take off the clothes. Blah, 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 blah.
You don't know. I mean.
But, exactly, you do not know, so it makes
fit,
you attractive.
And they're healthy.
See, it depends on your weight. If you're a little chubby and you have a beautiful face, make the clothes stand out.
Yeah.
And your face stands
The
out.
clothes.
Guaranteed, guys will look and say, wow,
the clothes
she's pretty.
don't make the woman. The woman makes the clothes. You know?
Well, sometimes.
Hey, that's how it should go, ladies.
Look at Queen. Oh my God, Queen Latifah is my what I used to say back in the days, the one dyke that I would love to be with.
I
Because,
guess
she was like
that's
a
nice
tomboy.
thing. Yeah.
She was a tomboy, and I didn't know if she was a butch or not. But
Right.
she is.
She's
pretty.
like, I don't know.
Especially when she made, what was that song she made? Oh, UNNTY, when she's with the
UNNTY?
motorcycle
Yeah.
and she's bending down. Oh my
It
God.
was sexy.
Woo. And she was chubby too, but she was still good looking because she dressed the way. And look at her now. She became a cover girl.
Yeah, yeah.
You don't see her showing this and showing that.
She doesn't
And
need
she
to.
is so beautiful for being, not a perfect body.
Right.
She's still attractive. And that's the thing. There's I want to hit it. There's sexy and then there's attraction. If you have
You can be an
attraction-
ugly, sexy person.
Well, sexy dies, but if you're attractive, that thing is like
Right.
wow. Like when
you can,
some people
you
say,
can be ugly and attractive.
well, that's what I'm saying. Some people will say, I don't know how to approach them. You know why? Because that person is so attractive, you don't know how to speak to them because you don't know that you're not in their level.
Yeah, yeah.
Attraction is a level. People are like, well, I was attracted to her. No, you're attracted to the
Right.
booty.
Right. You're visually,
You're attracted to what she was wearing.
you find her visually arousing.
Right. So like, and then certain colors. Certain colors for certain weights, I notice, stands out. If you have a black dress on a big girl, doesn't look good. Black dress on a skinny one or a slim one, kind of sexy.
Yeah. Gives that
Big girl
allure.
wears a light skinned kind of color, like
Like
white
an
or
ivory.
something, or ivory, sexy. For some reason, it brings out their tones. So you have to find out what color brings you out.
Right.
Especially with your skin color, how it matches.
Yellows, blues.
I sound like a fashion designer right now, but
I mean, it's basic artistry.
but
you
it's
know?
what I see.
Right.
No, that's true. In Korea, they have a whole
There's something to
makeup
color.
thing where they give you your undertone, like color theory is
Right.
what they call it.
Yeah.
Right. Like the color circle that I seen you had one time.
It matters. It matters.
Purple looks good on BBWs. I really didn't see purple too much on big women. So maybe if I see one, I'll probably say. But I've been
guess 'cause-
noticing like light colors
Yeah.
and things like that. And stay away from very, very tight stuff. Because sometimes you wear something tight and you got this
It brings
bumps.
attention to.
No, you got these bumps because the meat is going other places.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
doesn't really look too good.
It brings attention to all the lines and the
Right.
dimples.
But if you
and
wear these certain pants and these certain dresses that smooth you completely,
accentuate your best assets.
that is
Like
it's kind of sexy. And then
You got skinny little toothpick legs. You don't want to wear a skirt.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say next. There are certain things that y'all girls with no legs shouldn't be wearing. You know what looks good on tall, skinny girls? The bell-bottom pants. I noticed that. Black bell-bottom pants look nice on skinny, tall girls.
They don't look bad.
I look at them, I'm like, that's a nice way to dress. You know?
Yeah.
I don't,
Like a boot
I
cut.
love imaginations type of thing. Like my wife would tell you, there's a certain dress that if she wear, we might be late going somewhere. You know what I'm saying? And she looks good in black.
Yeah.
I always told her that. So she wears something like the one black dress that she wears. I'll be calling and be like, we're going to be late. We just might be about a couple, hours late, but we'll be there.
Yeah.
But, it's certain things that certain people wear that makes it good. What looks good on short girls. What looks good on short girls, dresses. Summer dresses, or what they call them, spring dress.
You mean like floral dresses?
The ones that flap in the wind. That looks real sexy on a short girl.
I would agree.
Because for some reason, spring dresses look good as it is. Even some big girls wearing spring dresses look very sexy. But something about short girls wearing it,
They're closer to
it
the
brings it
ground.
out.
Yeah.
It brings it more out. And then not too short and not, I guess, middle of the legs, not touching your back of your knee. But in the middle of the legs, it does.
Middle of the thigh.
Gives us, Now, this said, it also gets sexier with your attitude, the way you walk.
That's the whole part.
If you
The
walk like,
swagger.
like you're walking in a model.
The swagger
The
is
swag?
everything.
Because that dress swag.
You could be naked, like it's like.
What if they have
My
chicken legs?
don't stink.
Well, that's when if
Then you don't let them look at that. You let them focus on,
Right.
you got great hair that day, or
you wear a longer
Nice.
one.
You wear a longer one getting closer to the back of your knees.
Yeah.
But you wear your hair down.
Wear nice shoes.
Right. Well, the shoes not too much. As a guy,
I mean,
can
because
tell
you could do a boot. You could do a boot. Like if it depending on your
Depends
style,
on the
you could
pattern
do
of
a
the
tall
dress.
boot, like up to the knee or something
Right.
like that.
Well, if you're gonna do the hooker boots, that's what I call them. If you're gonna do the hooker boots to the knee, spring dress is not for that.
Cowboy boots go up to the calf.
Cowboy boots with spring dress, yes.
You know?
And it depends on the pattern.
Yeah.
If you have patterns, it might not look too good with a brown cowboy boot.
Like
but
a
if you
light
wear like floral,
yeah.
good with the brown
Something
cowboy
white or
boots.
blue or yellow.
But the hair and spring dresses always take away from your legs. So
Right.
if you have skinny
Nobody's
legs,
looking at that.
they looking
You
at your
got
hair.
all this going on.
Especially if you have the Lion King looking hair.
Yeah, the whole
like
thing
it's
is
coming
about
out.
creating an illusion.
How they call that? Layers.
Yeah.
Damn, I'm sounding like a fashion designer right now.
Feather.
But if you have layers, it looks nice.
Yeah.
That's why I said, my wife, I got a picture with her with layers and the black dress. We were late. I don't even think we went to the event. But anyway, you know, those are the things that bring, and because, again, my wife is short, but she had thighs like she'd be running marathons every single day. She has strong, especially her calves.
That's a good asset.
Especially her calves, right?
You know?
So when she wears
You want to
these-
accentuate that.
Right. When you wear the spring dresses, it brings out, you know? And certain things will look nice. Like she's wearing this jean thing. Right now it's good for the show. But let's say she wants to go out for a dinner or something. She don't have to go home to get dressed. Pop the collar, bring 2 buttons down.
Yeah, it's
boom.
especially good if you're
Now
like
all of a sudden it becomes another
a day-night transition.
Right.
You know, change it with a scarf or something like
You
that.
add a little something to it, but you can still wear. She looks beautiful at
the
the
yeah.
book signing.
Aw.
Thank you. But these are little certain things that will make. Now everybody can't, you know, make that happen.
But that's the beauty about uniqueness. We're like snowflakes, you know? We can't emulate everything that somebody else does.
Right. But adding something or taking away would be your own.
Yes.
Will make it your
You
own.
just gotta play with it and figure it out. That's the beauty about us.
Yes, and you know, again, if you guys are just logging on or just seeing it, not live, but we're speaking about ways to dress to still be attractive.
Right.
And to get the right male or female, because men,
You attract what you're getting out. You
some
know?
of y'all
like,
now Dominican men, come to the camera, come to the camera. Wearing female, I know y'all probably came to the United States. Y'all don't know better. Y'all don't know which jeans, but wearing female jeans is not attractive.
how do you know they're female jeans?
You can tell female jeans.
Because they have the
The
lycra.
way-
They have lycra in male jeans now. That I'm like, one time I saw John Cena with these stretchy jeans. I'm like, your thighs are way too big.
Yeah, the stretchy jeans to me are female jeans. The straight,
Everybody wants to wear them though.
the straight legs. Look, you got chicken legs as it is, and then you got big, because Dominican guys have big hips, right? So you got the big hip and then the skinny chicken legs with straight legs on, and then you have slippers with no socks. I mean, with socks on.
Yeah.
It doesn't look correct.
Well,
but,
the slipper with the socks things,
but
like,
the
could
Dominican
be seen
females
as-
like it, so that's
yeah.
why they wear it. But I got to tell you something. Some of these Dominican guys, their shirts and their hair is always on point.
Right. So I can't, if as long
Always
as your
on
hygiene
point.
is on point,
That's the one thing I like about them, because why?
that's important. That
You know
says
why?
that you take care of
No,
yourself.
it doesn't.
What?
It shows that the Dominican girls do not like any stinky, ugly looking, dirty hair.
Thank
people.
God.
That's why they wear their hair nice. That's why they wear
The
their
crack
dress
of your
nice.
ass and spandex. I don't want
Right.
to see the lining. I don't want to see your V line. Like, unless you're modeling or you're at the beach or a pool.
Unless you
I don't-
Usher.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't want to see.
Usher is ugly, but he got a V line, right?
I don't want to see below the V line either. Like, I don't want to see.
But unless you're a model, if you're modeling something, okay, you know, you
Walking.
you're Bismarck, or what's his name, Marky Mark, or what's his name,
Marky Mark. And you're not.
Mark
yeah.
Wahlberg, you
Come
know.
on.
Damn, I'm old. That's it.
The
Marky
guys
Mark.
who do this stuff are not. So.
Yeah, but
Just like a lot of the girls that have their belly out.
Yeah.
Some of them, unless they're underage.
I see dirty nails, undone.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh.
well,
You end up
can
getting an
still see a little
infection
bit of the
from the.
shininess. Sometimes I get my wife used to do the coating, so
Yeah.
now I have to do it myself because she don't want to do my coating. But anyway, that's a different story.
No, but dirty
some
nails
pe-
is how you get infection.
Some people used to be like, oh, why are you getting your nails shiny for? And I'm like, to make it
Clean.
look nice. That's all you have to do. But, to shout outs to the Dominican guys, that's why I like the way their shirt. Sometimes you can't, Dominican guys, come back to the camera. I forgot about this. Don't wear your little brother's shirt. It doesn't look good. Doesn't look good. You think it looks good. You're skinny, don't got no muscles, and you want to wear your brother's shirt, looking all tight. You know what I'm saying?
Even if you do got muscles.
If your shirt and your pants are as your girlfriend's or your wife's, then that's a problem.
Yeah, there's a problem. There's a problem.
Stretchy
Like,
jeans.
if y'all walking in front of me and I don't know who to whistle to, there's a problem. There's a problem.
Let me turn around.
Oh, okay. Hey, guys, the woman is in the right.
There's
The
two
woman is on the
women.
right. Yeah, there's a problem. But at least they know. Why you think they be in the barber shops always getting their hair done? Because Dominican females love guys with their hairs done. So take point.
And they generally get their hair done.
Take point.
So
These girls are telling the guys, this is what I like.
Right.
That's why the guys are doing it.
that is my standard.
That's why the hood guys wear their pants down, because the girls are like, that's what I like.
Ah,
You know?
I'm sorry to hear that.
Mary, no, she just didn't ring my buzzer.
What's
I
Colts?
hate that.
Culottes.
Culottes.
Or
The
Uggs.
clocks.
Uggs. I see them wear Uggs now.
Don't wear no damn clocks. I don't like clocks as it is. And you're a man wearing clocks. If you are not a doctor or a nurse, I don't see how clocks look good on you guys. I don't understand that. What happened to the nice professional sneakers, the shoes?
Oh no, everybody, because all the kids wear the
They kids.
slip-on, and they wear the sandals and the Crocs.
And
They
then I
wear-
hate the Crocs that you're trying to make bedazzled, putting
but they won't-
stickers on it.
Yeah, because a lot of them aren't like Croc brand. That's more expensive. A lot of them
Excuse me, they're not stickers. They're called gibbets.
Excuse me, gibbets.
I always thought that was kind of creative. They put the
Gibbets. You
little-
want to change the name around.
the
They
little
stick
stickers.
it, and then they call it gibbets. It's called a sticker. It's a 3D version sticker. That's what it is.
It's cute.
Listen, I don't care. I don't care.
Okay. They make them like that.
I never liked them. I would never like them. I don't care. And they made those, and it's true story. Look it up. They made those because they said it's to make fun of people wearing them. It was a comedy joke.
Was it?
And what happened? The joke was on them. They made millions of dollars. Or probably billions. I don't know. But it was a comedian that made those sneakers because he was in a comedy act. You know how some comedy people wear crazy stuff?
Yeah.
That's why he wore it. And then people started wearing it out of the blue. So you never know. Listen.
You
Just
never
don't do
know.
it. Don't do it. Nice clothes with clocks do not
Make a little bit of
add
effort. Sweatpants is cool inside the home. When you're working out. Nowadays I see people just making it like.
No, they changed the word. My wife told me. They call it sportswear now. That's
Yeah,
why
yeah.
they wear it
Athletic
outside.
wear, I'm sorry.
Athletic wear.
Athleisure.
Oh, athleisure,
Athleisure.
whatever.
That's more fitting.
Whatever. It's damn gym clothes. It's meant for the gym. Stop it.
I think
Okay?
SNL made a joke about
Let me add a pocket on the side so it
yes.
can look like
Man.
it's gym clothes.
pouch pants. They called them.
Listen. And guys, stop with the pointy shoes.
Why? Pointy
Stop.
shoes can never stop.
No,
Why?
they need to stop. First of all, you're looking like back in the days Egyptians where they had the little round thing, shoes in the front, the little horn. The pointy shoes do not look too good.
Oh, the Arabian.
The Arabians, yeah. That's what you're looking like. Unless you're gonna kick somebody in the rear, those shoes.
She
are
said your
perfect.
dog was ugly.
I was walking my dog and a
Oh
tough
man!
girl
Oh,
came
the
to me and said,
Sasquatch boots. Yeah.
"Oh, I hate those." My son and I always laugh. We call those attention boots.
Oh, they do. They
It
do
is
grab
hot
attention.
outside. What are you
Right
doing
now,
with,
yeah.
with the
Yeah.
Sasquatch shoes on?
Yeah.
Ain't it real fur?
True.
So it's too
Faux
much.
fur, faux sure.
Listen, it's too much. That's for attention. You wearing those. And then this girl had them on. Everything on the top was okay. Her face was kind of pretty. Then she had the damn belly shirt. All right. Then she had these ugly spandex pants that didn't really fit her well. And then when you look down, you see the Sasquatch shoes on. And then you can tell they were dirty, like she was walking in mud. Like,
That's like a dirty dog. Like,
you didn't even wash the damn boots before you put them back on.
You tracking it everywhere. Like
No,
it's
no.
just why? Be
No.
tracking that all over your house, all the bathrooms, all the gas stations.
No.
Corner cockroach killers. Yep, yep. They used
Corner
to call them
cockroach killers.
Puerto Rican fence climbers, right?
Yo, you know how many fleas
Roach
probably
killers.
jumped on them? You're like the bus for all the bugs that on the street. They see that, they be like,
Right?
oh, that's
Street-
grass.
That's a street sweeper.
That's grass. They going right into your boots. That's an ugly boot.
Chimney sweepers.
I'm glad it's not catching too much. I see like 4 or 5 a
You
day.
never know. It takes a while for people sometimes to catch on. Next year they start.
Oh
with
my God! Please,
time.
please.
when
That-
people.
those are. I can look at you and be like, wow, she got an attractive face. And as soon as she turn around the car and I see those boots, you're ugly to me. You become ugly to me. You're looking like Tyrone's sister. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, no. Who's that? Jamie Foxx was playing.
Wanda.
Wanda, yeah.
I'll rock your world.
I'll rock your world. You start looking like her, bro. Now they go
Oh,
into
the
eye-
eyelashes, the little spider things. You know what eyelashes were invented for, right? I mean,
to block the sand and all that back in the days.
The skeet. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's another thing that's unattractive. I don't know who to talk to, you or the because the eyelashes be like this. How you doing? Like
The
flapping in
little-
the wind,
the
like they
little
talking to
spiders.
you. Like they talking to you. Like what?
You can't see their eyes.
And
Maybe
then-
it's a distraction
And
for
then
the
if you
eyes.
got toothpicks like this to pick up your eyes because the eyelashes are coming too much down. No, eyelashes. Put it like this, females. Makeup is to enhance you, not to make you look like a clown. The clowns are pissed because
No,
you're
it's
taking
true.
their job.
It's true. I see some people with some colors on their faces, like.
Yeah, the clowns are like, hello,
do, do,
hello.
do, do, do.
Is she coming to the circus? Like, I didn't know we had another circus clown. That's what the clowns are be pissed
No,
off.
that's what the makeup ladies and Macy's and Sephora and stuff are for, to help you.
It's supposed to enhance.
That's what we used to do as young ladies. Okay, I need to know what my colors are, my eyelashes, my makeup.
But eyelashes. What happened to the days with that brush in the commercial that it says it puts body on your eyelashes?
Mascara. I still use that.
Right. It makes your eyes look good.
No.
Enough eyeshadows, whatever they call those things.
It's not
It
enough.
makes you look good. But if you come out looking and knowing that you put tons of makeup on, that's why guys say, "Oh, on our first date, I want to go swimming," because for now, if I ever get single,
Hair and face done.
I told my
This is the
son,
real her.
when you start dating and start going out, take the girl out swimming for your first date.
If she blink fast enough, she can fight. I hope.
She'll fly away.
Like
Hey,
Dumbo.
Mo, we'll get free flyer miles. That's it. We know. But guys, if you're gonna take your girl out, take them swimming. You're gonna tell who she really is. You know, her hands floating in the water, eyelashes looking like it's a sea creature and stuff. Lips
No,
coming
she
down.
just won't let you.
Oh, she be up for like
Yeah.
this. She be with the thing up like. I'm not going under the water.
Right.
I ain't going under the water.
4 foot.
That's how you know she fake. And then after the swimming, you take her to a dinner.
Yeah, when you don't change your hair, like
Extension lashes in weeks.
come on. Yeah.
Then after swimming, you take her to a nice dinner that only has fire around it. You know why? Because she'd be scared to go in because she might melt. So you know her butt is fake, her breast is fake. It's all plastic. So she ain't gonna want to go into this heating place.
I don't even know what to say. I don't know. Carry an extinguisher for his dates.
Hey, with that said, I hope you guys had fun laughing with us and talking about it. But in reality, teach your girls how to dress to impress, not dress to
Impress themselves.
Yes.
That's it.
You know, I hate when people say, I'm dressing for myself when you know you're not. You're dressing to impress, to catch somebody. And what you're doing is catching issues.
Venus fly.
Yeah.
Trap.
You're not catching life, you're catching issues. Those are two different things.
You don't want that.
Nope. So we'll see you next week, and we'll be talking about a little bit more of what we see and what we know. I'm Charles Aloma.
Lydia Penn.
And this was the LDM Show, and take care.
Stay beautiful.